Miami made the kind of commitment to Hassan Whiteside that instantly makes him a center of attention.
Whiteside spinning on McGee, hammering it down. Welcome back, big fella.
Such an immediate increase in stature is inevitably accompanied by elevated expectations, both as a performer and a leader. A challenge those around him feel he is prepared to embrace.
When you have a chip on your shoulder like Hassan, and you've had it for so many years, that starts to become who you are. And I don't think that will change. More eyes will be on him. And it's not just the eyes that are outside this building. The most important eyes are his teammates. And as soon as they walk in the building, they'll be looking for Hassan Whiteside. And I think that's the ultimate sign of respect. I think he's ready for that challenge. That's the next big step in his career.
Though the sample size is small, the preseason returns from Whiteside have been impressive so far.
And there's Hassan underneath, making space, and look out below.
As the foundation is laid for this new era of Heat basketball, it is clear that the building blocks begin with the great force inside the fortress. The man whose potential and promise must now take the shape of consistent production. A towering talent known as the Great Wall of Whiteside.
It is time for your starting lineups, brought to you by your South Florida Lexus dealers. Jason Jackson courtside with you. Got Parker Green, Gasol, Anderson, and Leonard going. Aldridge out tonight, up the road in Austin, headed to the Texas Hall of Fame. All the starters are the same from Tuesday night, except at shooting guard, Dion Waiters getting the shot to start tonight.
With the Miami Heat, not long ago, these two teams were meeting in an NBA championship on the turnover from David Lee. Dion Waiters the other way misses, but Tyler Johnson there with the putback slam. Huge dunk from Johnson, who had 17 points on the game. Now, James Johnson hanging, hitting. 15 points for James Johnson, and Miami up 36-26. This is going to be key for San Antonio. When you get Pau Gasol, you get a weapon. 10 points on the game as he's just loosening it up in the preseason. Dion Waiters to Hassan Whiteside for the dunk and the foul. He had 12 points and 9 rebounds. Later in the second quarter, in transition, it's Tyler Johnson, corner three, 46-35, Miami in front. Into the second half we go. Goran Dragic to Derek Williams for the three-pointer. He had 10 points on the game. Then Dragic, still distributing, finds Dion Waiters. And Dion Waiters had 15. Miami up 72-56. More third quarter action. Justice Winslow. He's got to knock that shot down, and he does there. 15 points for Winslow. Miami up by 20. Final seconds of the third quarter. Tyler Johnson from way outside just slings it up there off glass, and it's cash. Miami, everything falling for them on this night. They win it by 8. Final score 108-100.
We're going to talk about this delicious offensive night in just a moment, but how does it feel yet again as you guys continue to march toward your regular season start to have another defensive night that fits the Heat culture because you guys drill it so much?
I mean, it feels good because that was our main focus when we went to the Bahamas. Those 5 days were predicated on trying to get a defensive identity. We got so many guys who can score the ball, so if we can get stops and get out in transition, it kind of best suits everybody.
There's clearly an opportunity to be a part of the first five at the position, one of the positions you play. On a night like tonight, are you pushing, are you surging? Is at the back of your mind, honestly, knowing that there is a place where you can shine in the starting lineup?
Not necessarily. I'm not too focused on it right now because, we're trying out different lineups. Different lineups work well together, because, in the first lineup, you got Hassan. We're featuring Hassan. We got Goran. We got a lot of guys who can put the ball in the bucket. So, off the bench, I think that's just where I've been comfortable at. So I think that's why the last 2 games I've just had that, I've been back in my regular routine.
You were very comfortable from the edges tonight, a perfect 4 for 4. But we're letting the people relive the wonderful experience of #funky music.
Oh, yeah.
When you go up to the rim, what did you see as the opportunity to cram it down for the people here in the AT&T Center?
Well, I'm not allowed to go after offensive rebounds anymore. So that one, that one felt good just because they're few and far between now.
Can you explain that permission issue that you're talking about right there?
What?
About not going after offensive
I'm
rebounds.
not allowed to anymore. There's been too many times where I've crashed and somebody gets behind me. So now I'm not allowed to go anymore.
Thank you for breaking the rule once. I appreciate it.
For sure, I got you.
Tyler Johnson, the Pusha T. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
We're coming right back here to San Antonio to wrap things up. The Heat victorious yet again, 3 times in 4 trips to the preseason hardwood. 108-100. Eric and Tony back on your television screen or your mobile device in moments.
Tonight they had 6 in double figures. Tyler Johnson was the star of the game, but he had company. James Johnson was explosive. Dion Waiters was impressive as a starter. And Tony, I love what Justice Winslow did, especially early in the game with his no back down defense against one of the game's best in Kawhi Leonard.
You're making good points. Tyler brought up the fact that in the training camp they wanted to get to the Heat identity, which is defense. Offensively, they're catching the ball in the flow of the game. They're taking good shots, and it's been very consistent through the 4 games.
And in 3 of the 4 games, the Heat have had at least 11 triples. That's what they had tonight. Your final score here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. Miami 108, the Spurs 100. We'll see you again when the Heat return to Miami Tuesday night. Tune in to Fox Sports Sun when the Heat take on the Orlando Magic at 7:30, or we'll see you at the Heat's house. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, your home for Heat basketball. Thank you for watching. For the coach, Tony Fiorentino, Jackson, our crew, I'm Eric Reed. Stay tuned next for Inside the Heat, Sioux Falls Skyforce. Good night, everybody.